Welcome back to the Wizard Shop. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, is the shop itself. We're not going to look at cars, we're not going to look at engines, we're going to talk about the part of the business that's the actual building. We've been here, this is our 1-year anniversary. We're celebrating 1 year, and tomorrow is 4th of July. Hope you guys enjoy celebrating the independence of our country and shoot off a bunch of fun fireworks. And for those of you that are outside of the country, enjoy a wonderful weekend anyhow, but that's what we're doing here in America. We're doing the 4th of July. So we're going to be mixing a bunch of themes here. It's going to be like HGTV, it's going to be MTV Cribs, it's going to be kind of a conglomeration, and we're going to talk about the building. So this is actually the front of the building. It is right here 80 feet wide. Yeah, the back of the building is 100 feet wide, and the length of it is 150. It's huge. It's giant. But let's go start in the office and take a look around. Let's take a tour, and I'll tell you more about it as we go. Well, here we are in the waiting room. This is where you check out and pay your bill and pick up your car. It's also on this side is Crazy D's realm. That's his desk. That's where he works at and sells a lot of used equipment. We kind of joked when we were in the old building. If you watch Car Issues on FYI, you can actually see the old building we were in. We actually joked that our offices here, just the offices in this building, is the size of the entire building that we were in before. That's just the offices. This looks pretty nice in here. It's all fixed up. It took us a month to get this thing set up when we closed on the building and left the other building. The very first episode of Car Issues that was out here just recently was actually the celebration of our 1-year anniversary being in this building. We're going to take a look at the offices, but if you look around how nice it is and everything, you look around in here and it's really nice and pretty and fancy, but if you would have seen it beforehand, when we bought this building, all they did was just weld doors together. They used the space to make doors. They really didn't even care about the offices. It was completely trashed. That's a lot of the reason why I got it for the good deal I did. But if you look at the picture, it's just absolutely trashed in the office. It's really bad. But it's not that way now. It's very, very nice. So we put this window and this door in. There was nothing here before. It was just a wall. And we really didn't want to have to keep walking around to get through, so there we have a nice entryway into the shop right out of the main office here. So let's move on to the kitchen. Go take a look in there. And there's the restroom. This is our little kitchenette. There's really not a whole lot to it, but we have a refrigerator, an industrial tea machine that I just bought, and we make 3 gallons at a time, and in the summer we go through it pretty quick. Store a lot of paperwork and things right in here, but there's our sink, small oven, and it's where we can make some lunch. It looks pretty nice in here right now, but it wasn't before. When we first moved in here, it was really bad. This room was disgusting to be in. So let's move on to the break room and take a look in there. Here's a little break room. Have a microwave and a place to sit. A nice leather couch. And again, it's really nice in here, but before they had a trash can over in here. And it was kind of like basketball. They just used it as a backdrop, and just cups of coffee and just trash was just all over the wall. Just boosh, splashed everywhere. This is the little hangout spot when the guys are on break, and take it easy for a little bit. Now we can move into my office. So we know this is my office because there's the tag. Let's take a walk inside and take a look. So here's my little office. If you've watched some of Hoovie's Garage where I give him an estimate, we're usually sitting right there. And I hand him the estimate and devastate him with the prices. But the same story as the last few rooms we've been in. This is almost probably the worst. There was cabinets here, there was equipment, there was stuff stacked to the ceilings. It was really, really, really bad. When it was time for these people to move out, they really didn't even make much of an effort. I knew this is now my building. I could get onto them and get upset and get mad, but I just knew I have to get my business up and going, transferred from one building to the other. If I want this done, I just have to do it myself. We had to take all the stuff that you see in a picture and set it outside so we could do the floors and paint the walls and clean it all up. And basically the whole process of getting those people out of here was a disaster. They waited to the very last day and then had a semi-truck showed up and then started to try to move out. Their heavy equipment and stuff, it was really, really bad. They had some lame excuse that they didn't know that it was that date was the final date. And they did know. I talked to the owner of the business that was here and I gave him the final date. So let's step outside the office and right into the shop and start talking about the actual inner workings of the shop out there. So right now we've got Hoovie in the back. He's working on his 911 Turbo, and we have who we call Junior Mint, my helper, working on the Previa van. If you watch Hoovie's garage and watch his video, he'll explain what happened with those. But a lot of the things we just talked about in the offices and the kitchen and everything, I still had to run the shop at the old shop. I still had to do repairs. I still had to keep money coming in. Mrs. Wizard actually did all of the work, the painting, the cleaning, the moving. I helped move some of the heavy objects, but a lot of that you've seen in the pictures, that was her work. She did all that. So as you see behind me, it's very, very big, like I said a minute ago. Our old shop was about 2,000 square feet. This one is 13,000 square feet. And you say, well, why would you need such a big shop? As you see some of my videos, some of the cars I have in the shop, they can't go outside. You can't say, I'm done with this vehicle, I'm gonna park it outside. As soon as you park it outside, you will lose that customer. It doesn't go outside. And the problem is not that it's a bad neighborhood. It's a small town in Newton. It's a very good neighborhood. You just don't park their cars outside. You just don't do that. They don't want them outside. So you're cruising down the road and you drive by a shop and there's a Lamborghini Huracan sitting outside. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go pull over. You wanna get selfies with it. You're gonna try to open the doors. Some people do that. I've seen it myself. You can't have that in a business. You can't have that. So these people really enjoy that they can bring their car here. It goes inside when they bring it. It stays inside until they pick it up. Out of the weather, out of the view of the public, safe with security system, everything's good to go. Now, out here in the shop, obviously we had to install the lifts. I had to put these lights up that had really poor lighting, but there wasn't a whole lot of cleaning or anything we had to do. It wasn't so much work out here as it was in the offices. Getting everything set up, getting the tools and bolt bins and everything, that took quite a while. The lights were pretty time consuming, but they weren't hard. So a lot of you in the comment section have made comments that the walls are disgusting, the place looks like crap. This is a working shop. This has been a factory before. This is where forklifts have picked up material and they've hit the insulation. That's all they've done. Again, this isn't a fantasy land. This is a working shop. We really work in here. Things get dirty. A lot of the things people don't understand is it's so expensive to have a commercial shop, a commercial building, really. At some point, when we get to the point, we are going to take care of this. We're going to put new panels up and make it look a lot nicer. But if I had to hire that done, you're talking 10, 20, 30 grand, just like that. You don't just go doing stuff with a commercial building. Oh, we're going to do new lights and new ceilings and then you're at 100 grand real fast. We found that out when we bought the shop. I called to get the gas turned on. I said, how much does it cost? What's the fee to turn them on? They said, oh, 80 bucks. Then the lady says, oh, I'm looking at your address and you're actually a commercial address. Oh, it's 700 bucks. I'm like, what's the big jump for? It's a commercial building, sir. It's a lot more. That applies to everything you do in here. If you call somebody out to do anything in here, it's right away, $1,000 every time you call somebody out. So be careful in the comment section when you start saying, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. I don't see you handing me any money to do it. So in a business this big, there's a lot of overhead. There's a lot of overhead. In parts bills alone, just paying for my parts each month is more than most of you make a month. And I'm not bragging, I'm not trying to be a jerk, I'm just letting you know. It's not easy and it's not cheap to run a business. And also with the things being expensive with the commercial, I'm not complaining about that either. I understood that when I got into it. We just have to make sure that we are aware of that every time we want to do something with the building. Let's go to the other corner of the building and take a look at some of the features down there. Look everybody, it's Hoovie.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Hi.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Hello.
Check out his video, you'll see what's going on. I'm not going to talk too much about it. If you want to find out what's going on back here, you can check him out on his video.
Now you're giving me shout outs instead of me giving you shout outs. This
well,
is different.
You're trying to hit the 1 million subs.
Oh, very nice.
We're trying to help you get it to
That's
it.
true. A lot of broken hoopties.
What
are you working on?
I was working on the Jeep and I decided to do a little video.
It's an anniversary, right?
Yeah, 1 year.
Woo!
Here in this building.
Beautiful building.
It's huge.
What a lifesaver. Because it stores more broken cars than
Yeah.
I can buy, at least at the moment.
At any given time, we can fit 2 or 3 more if we need to.
Yes, I love it.
I love it too.
A lot better than your fallen down old 100-year-old blacksmith shop that we started in. Or your house.
Yeah.
Way back when.
Yeah, we talked about that our offices were as big as the old shop we were at.
Yeah, you were working on the floor. It was something.
It was something.
You've come a long way.
I guess so. Well, we're going to talk about the door and some of the things over here and let Hoovie get back to work.
Yeah, the DeLorean door in your house.
Yeah, we have a DeLorean door.
I'm going to go back to the Porsche.
Okay, let's head over here. Here's the other corner of the shop. This garage door behind me that the forklift is sitting next to is actually a full-blown loading dock. The entire length of a semi can fit in it. Again, like I said, this was a factory at some point and they loaded and offloaded and unloaded stuff through that door. So I have a full loading dock. It's really interesting and it's handy is when I get shipments like engines or things or large equipment, I can just drive the forklift on and pull it right off the trailer. And as you see behind me, this door here, it wasn't here actually when the building was new. It didn't come with the building as part of the 1968, and that's the year this was made, 1968. It's an older building. This was put in by the people that was here before me. I told you they built doors. They built big aircraft hangar doors or farm doors. That some of them were just gigantic, huge. And they went ahead and put this one in, and I really enjoy it. It's really easy to open and close. It's all hydraulic. It looks really cool. I wouldn't want to pay for one. I couldn't imagine what it would cost to have this put in, but I'm glad it's here. We do have quite a bit of space out here. As you look over there, the little tractor you see in front of you, our property ends just a little bit behind that. But the rest of the field is actually the guy I bought this building from. He also owns the building across the way. Now I own this one, but he said I'm free to use that field. He doesn't really mind, and as you can see, our lot with our used equipment goes clear over to his side, and he's totally fine with that. Whatever we need to do with the field, we can drive on it or put equipment on it. He's okay with it. So whenever we have cars that are not that big of a deal to be outside, we can talk with the owner. And as you can see, here's Tyler's Prius. And although I like Priuses, I don't know that I would have one that looks like that. But this is a row here where we can put cars outside that don't have to be inside. So let's go back to the front corner up there and finish up. So in wrapping this up, this is the front corner of the building. This is the other sign. Both of those metal signs that you've seen up there, the front one lights up. It's illuminated at night. And here's the other one. Mrs. Wizard actually did those. I helped her with the heavy lifting and stuff, but she designed them and she actually laid it out, and we went and got the materials and made the signs. It worked out pretty good. We've been in business for 2 years, one in Halstead and one here, and we look forward to many more years to come. So that's the story of the building. That's how I came about it. So we got 4th of July upon us, and I look forward to putting my wrenches back in the drawer and getting my barbecue spatula out, cook some hamburgers or hot dogs or something. So enjoy the 4th for those that are here in the States, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that. And any merchandise you're interested in, check the links below. We got stuff for sale. And again, thanks for watching.